I'm Bianca. Uh, I I'm making a series on this channel, sort of kind of log, uh, sort of the progress of me making my latest walking robot. Uh, the way I came to this idea is that last year during the state science fair, when I was presenting to judges, they're like, "Wow, this is so cool. If only we could see your robot." Because normally I would rely on having the physical robot there as oh yeah, here's my prototype, and then people would be able to see it. Unfortunately, for the state science fair, you're not able to have prototypes on your table. And while I did have like one image of my robot, they're like, you know what'd be so cool if you had a video or like a QR code on your your board so that we could scan it and we could actually see it instead of, me having to pull up my phone and be like, oh yeah, here's a video of it working. I promise it works. Yeah. That would also be nice for the city science fair too, because although I can have the prototype there, I cannot run it. So I could have it there, but the judges wouldn't really know unless I also show them the video that it in fact works. So this first video is going to be all about the prototyping and designing of the main body. Afterwards, we could probably get into wiring and coding it, and then, various data collection, test results, redesign, all the things needed under a design investigation.
This invention is patent pending. Please do not steal the design, code, or data. Why would you ever even want to steal a robot design from a high schooler? Taking inspiration from other robots, I designed this new leg where it has the hip which moves the top part, but it also has a motor on top which will move a smaller piece that connects to a larger piece, which will then act as the sort of knee to the robot. But I first needed to test it out. So I decided to try to test it out using paper. You could see that I've drawn it in my sketchbook multiple times. But here I realized it wasn't really working because I was using thumbtacks. So it wasn't like 100% flat. So then I had to kind of lift the paper up to try to make it as flat as possible, because otherwise the thumbtack would just keep popping out. So using this paper prototype, I could tell that this was probably going to work. As you can see, it has very fluid motion. You just need to combine the movement of the hip and the movement of the knee part. And then I transferred it into Fusion.
I won't show the entirety of the design because I would really not like it for my robot design to be stolen again, like what happened back in my sophomore year.
You know, what you've done here is really impressive. Do you mind if I take a picture?
No, go right ahead.
Oh, perfect. You know, my son actually, right now, he's going for his college thesis in mechanical engineering.
It was at this moment that he knew he messed up.
Oh my goodness, my room is always a mess when I'm creating stuff. But anyways, so here's the shell. And you see there's a little sort of shelf to hold the camera. It has the holes for servo motors and a hole for a switch. And I've included a lid. As with anything, safety is the most important thing. So I have my hair tied back, I have my glasses, and a face mask. Now, I wish I could have worked this fast, but you're also going to see that I tend to switch positions a lot when I'm working on my robot.
Wow, what really cool pants. I just want to give a quick thanks to our sponsor, Ray Jet. I'm kidding. My sponsor is Mr. Berg, the head coach of 4645's robotics team, the Chicago style Bot Dogs. I'd like to thank Mr. Berg for for supporting me and helping me with this robot. I'd also like to thank Mr. Law, another coach of 4645, uh, because he also helped me in the beginning with my first prototype stew. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Um, if you're interested in learning more about uh, the Chicago style bot dogs, I'm on the team. I really enjoy it. I'll include a link down below, and you could check out our website. That it would be very much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, real quick. Um, so we have a problem, right? So if you're looking at this, right here, here is like where the other servo would go, right? If I had it shaped down instead of it. But here, I was kind of able to make it. But you see, the problem is it hits the other servo. So, I'm gonna have to remove this. Real quick. Just try to launch this out real quick. There we go. And yeah, some of the top is gonna gotta go. So let's see, around here should be okay. We should also kind of round out this top if we can. Then we have to try to do the same thing for all the others. So let me get out the others while this gives a chance. Luckily, the way my little 3D printer leaves lines everywhere, I know how close is too close to the hole. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Now the paint's coming out. Yeah, I just need the little paint pen so that I can mark it real quick. I mean, a Sharpie's probably quicker than this. These things are supposed to be unlisted. Where's the fourth one? Oh, there it is. That means now I gotta remove like this top section, which means I need to get my mask on, and I need to get my safety glasses. Today was just supposed to be simple screwing on, but this is why we have simple days, so that I can see what's wrong and fix it before I get too far in and realize, oh, well. Hello, sorry for the different setup. I'm not home. And I'm on the dorms at UIUC. Speaking of UIUC, I'd like to thank some faculty members for allowing me to borrow their soldering iron. Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you, previous owner, who then gave it to Stephanie. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name right now. I know he's retired. Anyways, good news. 3 out of 4 legs are on. Yippee! I also soldered. It's so tiny. Like, sorry. Excuse me. If I can make this focus. Hold on. Wait. I'm not caveman. I have technology. So you see that thing that I have to almost zoom in, like, really hard for you to see. Yeah, that is what I had to solder in order to attach this and make it work. Hold on, let me. In order to attach this and make it work. So we got 3 legs done. I'm gonna hopefully finish the 4th leg today, then I can wire this up and we're ready to program. But first, safety. Oh no. Because I don't know if I'm realizing this, but in order to make these fit, I've been essentially sanding down the little wings, and this one I think I'm gonna have to sand down even more, because as much as I tried to my best to remove the supports and make them as thin as possible, I'm only human, and I was not able to get the supports out of one specific area where they needed to be gone. But since there's been, hopefully, it will not be an issue. Oh, also, one thing before I get into it. So the toothpick idea didn't work. Neither did the toothpick idea with metal epoxy. But what did work was just using different combinations of screws. And look at that. It moves just how it's supposed to. The only thing I'm worried about right now is, although I know I don't have all 4 legs on yet, it really has a hard time, like if I just hold this side, right? Oh, it's doing better today. Yesterday, what would happen is as soon as like I place it down, like the legs would want to collapse on themselves like this. But it seems to be holding up today.
Could be because of how I have it. If it's not straight enough, it might cause it to collapse a little. Like if I have it more bent. Yeah. All right. But we'll see how it goes with four legs um and with power. Trying to look for my motors. Ah, here we go. Found one. All right. Now I'm gonna probably turn on a hyperlapse so that you don't see me struggling for the next few hours. And instead you just get a short little montage. Well, ladies and gents, guess what? It's done. Look at that. No wires extruding, nothing. Has a nice solid lid, and it's able. Oh, hold on. I'm filming this from my laptop, by the way. So sorry. It's able to stand. Sort of. You see, when I have it all extended like this, it could stand pretty well. But if I try to like fold the legs a little, then we have an issue. But maybe that's because it just doesn't have any power yet. I still need to code the insides and wire everything. But, we're making great progress. And so the next steps would be to start coding. I'd probably start with the ESP32 cam because I need to check to see that I soldered this piece correctly for the antenna to work. And if not, that's a bit of an issue. So then after that, right, and then I set up I set up the website for you to see what the robot sees, and then I could also after that I could start working on the ROM to the ESP32 ROM to make all the legs go. But because of this new design, I cannot reuse any of the old GANs that I had, because beforehand it was the motor up here and a motor down here. But the problem is that's a lot of weight, and then you have wires sticking out. So this is a lot better for, making sure there's no exposed wire. This is probably more like what you would actually see out there. Not like Stu or Vinny. So yeah.